Hello, hello, welcome guys. Welcome to our monthly planning session where we take the UG, or we put the UG back into planning. How's everyone doing? Kat is here. Hello, hun. Hey, Tanya. Lori, hello. I left the sprint earlier because I had supper. Well, that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on in. Have you guys grabbed your template yet? I did change it and update it. So from last time. Last time was our first time using this setup. So there's bound to be tweaks as we go forward because as we discover and learn what really works for it and what doesn't, we'll tweak it as we go. All right. Hey, Rita, how's it going, hun? Okay, guys. So let's put the UG back in planning. UG stands for the Ultimate Goals Health Balanced Planning System. I got mine. Perfect. Okay, guys. So we are here to talk about March and to make March amazing. Okay, we're going to dive on in. Give me a yay if you have your template and you're all ready to go. I'd always try to do it on the on my iPad because then it's with me. If I've done it. And then I can print it as well, which is kind of nice. And then I have, the goal is at the end, we want to be able to print off the last page and put that up in our workspace and make that so it's easy for us to refer to throughout the month and track through. I got my yays. Thank you. Tanya, how you doing there, hon? Okay, let's dive on in. The first one. Why we plan using the system. We use the UG balance system because it puts us in the driver's seat of our lives. It gives us a clear path, or clear path plan, either one works. It puts our health front and center. It allows us to focus on what matters, what we want to really be getting done, right? It helps us grow because it leaves rooms for us to think about the things that we want, the gaps that are in our learning and the places where we need to learn. And allows us to think about the things where we want to put research as well, right? It is focused on 1 month, but it also looks forward. Let's see, Rita, side note, I also figured out a way to transfer the PDF into my HP90 planning notebook. Well, that's very cool. Kat, it's on my computer. I can't print. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not good. Well, you know what? If you can fill it out some way, you're all good, right? All right, guys. So to begin with, we're going to start with our first page of the template, and we're just going to simply fill in the dates on the calendar that we are going to be using this month. It's easier for me to, otherwise I was going to have to recreate the actual full document just for the monthly. So we have March and April set up. You do not have to do the 2 colors that I do. I just do that so that I can simply see the differentiating of where February ends, where March begins, and then where as we move through April and then May, right? So we can actually see where the months are changing through. So we'll take a quick 2 minutes and we'll get everybody to just fill in their the dates on the planner, on the plan. Sorry guys, on the planning page, because really that's what this is. Not our planner. This is a tool that we will use with our planner, right? Okay, and 2 minutes and go. tweak with that next time. I want to add something in there for us. What did I miss? Got to start with hubby. Not much. We were just dating the planner. So, the plan, I gotta stop calling it planner. Our planning page, the first page. So basically we just wanted to make sure they had March and April written out for us so we can easily have our weeks marked out. Okay, guys, so truly let's start. We're going to start with reviewing what did you learn about your processes and systems in February. What things worked, what didn't, what do you want to keep, what do you want to rework or tweak, what do you want to just get rid of? You realize it's really not for you. Take a quick look. We're just going to take a quick 2 minutes and figure out sort of a little quick overview of how we were left feeling, what things made us feel better and more confidence, and what things kind of left us frustrated and maybe sometimes even angry, right? Okay, guys, let's get 2 minutes down there and go. Okay. For me, I realized that the last version of the story, it's a totally different story now, I'm not going to call it that, that I basically was missing certain parts that when I started to get into it, I got about 20,000 words in and it fell apart. And very frustrating. So I spent a week or two looking through, figuring out what it is that made the story fail, and watching things like Brandon Sanderson's new lecture series for fantasy and science fiction, and trying to get it taking a fresh story, because I kind of felt so frustrated with that one that my feels were no longer there for it. So I was frustrated myself. I realized that I start working on the story too soon. I didn't have enough information yet. I'm realizing that I need a little bit more before I can work. I need to know more about the character. Like, the thing that was messing me up is her motivations were not on the page. And they weren't in my head either. So totally frustrating. Elizabeth, I have lost the momentum I had last semester of college, and I need to work on getting it back. Last semester was quite intense, and now I am taking 2 classes, and I want to stop procrastinating. Yeah, the new and shiny has passed, right? Rita, for some strange reason, I'm having a block around my text in the same color as the text. Interesting. Block around my text in the same color as the text. Hey, Lucinda, how you doing, hon? Not sure what's going on there. Do you have a background color on at the same time? That could be it. And then the text is just happens to be the same color. Not sure. What are you? This is on a tablet or the computer, hon? So the next one we're going to look at is our 1 month of success. This is our vision. What will you have accomplished by March 31st? What can you do in the next month to prove how amazing you are? Laurie, I discovered I don't give strong motivations for my characters. See, no. I am also still procrastinating. I think it's because I just don't know where the story is going or I'm getting bored with it. I'm only into act 1 of this new series and now I'm feeling bored with it. I understand that feeling because I was feeling like it was, look, I thought I knew the character. I thought I knew where the story was going. But getting her there, she didn't have any interest in doing that. It wasn't her motivation. It was mine. It was completely mine as the writer, and I could not seem to push it to get her to go and move on that page. Frustrating, right? Yeah, so maybe back up a little bit, do some goals, motivation, conflict work. That's what I found myself trying to do. And then I discovered that it's not her story. There's nothing holding her to her actions that that we're ever going to get her to the ending that I saw. Now, in this newer story, her motivations are strong, and she's still going to lose them, right? It's not going to be happy ever after here. It's not going to happen. But at the same time, I can actually see her having to stick with this because if she walks away, she loses something she desperately wants, something that she's desperately wanted for years. She didn't have that before with the other one. It was like 90% whim. And yeah, maybe it would have been a fun and silly story, but there was nothing grounding that character that page. Kat, I just uploaded the pages to my Canva dad. Over. Will it work? Oh, I think so. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, because if you can import an image, maybe, yeah, I think, yeah, I'm going to give you a yes. Rita, my laptop, I download the template. Oh, the template's just a PDF. That shouldn't be anything strange. Am I using it as a PDF? Who knows? Let's see, Elizabeth. Yeah, I like what I am learning, which is good. I want to stop overthinking everything, and I want to give myself a strong incentive to stop procrastinating and overthinking. Having more fun time feels nice. Yes, definitely. Okay, guys, let's keep focused. So in the next month, what is it that you want to be able to say you have done? This is going to be our motivation to get things done throughout the month. What is the thing that is most important to us? What goals do we want to see checked so that we are living our dreams and moving forward? Okay, guys, 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see what we can come up with so we have a strong motivation to pull us through our own stories and go. Oh. I'm gonna make that work. Okay, what is your motivation? Lysanda, draft one of my next work in progress. Goal is 50,000 words. Nice. I did not give myself a word count goal. Should I have? I just said write the complete story. I don't even care if it's skeletal at this point. I want this thief romance, whimsical, fun, silly little story to get out of my head and to live on the page. And I don't care if I do it in 20K as long as the story has a beginning, middle, and end and actually continues and gets out of my head. Like I said, my motivations for the characters are too weak, and I know that now. I think that means I can actually make this thing work. I'm going to make this thing work. All right, guys. Kat finished Small Town Heroes, finished both movie scripts, and finished Echoes in the Fog. Now that sounds like a lot. Can you do that in 1 month, hon? Be honest. Let's see, Rita. For Lear, all of the front and back matter finished and formatted. Edit. All the things ready to upload for a proof copy for April. Like that. Beautiful. Lori, my goal is to write 3K a day. I'd like to reach 50K by the end of the month. I'm a month behind in getting draft 1 done. You got this, son. John, have volume 1 of my new series ready for publication for an April launch. Have the rough draft for the 3rd book completed. 2nd book draft already done. Lovely. Beautiful. Nice goals there, guys. Very nice. Actually, I'm not going to do it this time, but I'm going to see if I can somehow rework the back page that we'll use as our plan to maybe be able to take our 1 month success statement and maybe copy that onto the back so that all we have to do is have the back page up in front of us for motivation. And if I can get that on there somehow without it taking up too much space, that would be nice. I think that'd be very cool. Let's see. Because that actually the back page is slightly different than I originally planned it. So this may be possible. Let's see. Lysanda, I only gave myself the word count goal because I usually write novellas. Oh, I see. Well, that's really cool. Let's see. Elizabeth, I will have more momentum at the end of March, and I will celebrate my birthday at the end of March. Plus, the week of the 17th is spring break. Am I guessing right? The 23rd of March? 23rd. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember for last year. Let's see. Voice, you're not going to do that. Cat, most likely, maybe not Echoes, but I can try. Yes, definitely. And even if you get a couple pages into it, it's progress, right? All right, guys, we're going to dive on into our next section, which is all about our home life projects. These are the things that tend to be the ones we kind of have to do at some point to keep the rest of everything flowing. So, you know, like fix the car so you can go to work, right? Trying to think, go your haircut, personal relationship stuff, tax season's coming again. I'm sorry to say that, terrible. Oh, 29th. I was going between 23rd and 28th. Either one. Oh, okay. So yeah, any of those home, family, personal goals that you want to get done this month, things that are sort of They're not part of your creative goals, but they are part of the things that kind of give you that foundation and support for other things that you want to get done in your life. Okay, and let's proceed 2 minutes and make your list. I just do this one as a bullet point list. If you need to put some details, put them down, whatever makes this work for you, and go. How do I make this go to my... No, that's not one either. Let me see. This one is important. Let's see, Lori. Yes, Ultimate Goals Health Balance Planning System. So we want to make sure that, so we're going to have 3 goals and then health. So basically you end up with the 4, but one of them is health because it is our overall well-being and health affects every other aspect of our lives, and it cannot be ignored. And I often find that if I put it in and I took on other goals, then I felt like I was not getting done the things I need to do. So all 4 are important, and we're going to do all 4. Rita, number 1 family event. Our daughter is getting married end of the month. So road trip and all the things it entails. Oh, well, that's congrats. Congrats to you and her. That's very cool. So grandbaby and at the end of, in 2024, and now that your other daughter's getting married. That's very cool. I love that. Congratulations, safe travels, definitely. Okay, March is busy. Haircut, husband's birthday, grandson's birthday, 2 chapter meetings, and taxes. Lori, how's your husband doing? Is he? I know he's on the mend from surgery. Is he better? Let's see. Cat, clean up the Airbnb, sell our NM. New Mexico? No, I just murdered that. I didn't. House find our forever home here and get more editing jobs. Nice. John, taxes done and mailed. Whoo, look at you. Awesome there, man. 2 garages cleaned out. I think messy closets on steroids. I just wrote down the same thing, so I understand it. Ours needs a little TLC. It has not been shown the love that it needs. Restart regular walking regimen with change in weather. Oh yeah, we can start getting back outside, guys. Elizabeth, I need to get some cavities filled. Ugh. I will be calling a special dentist, and I am looking forward to less pain and better dental health. Yes. Rita, thanks. And then her baby will be born end of June. Oh, sweet. That's gonna be grandbaby number 2. You guys are gonna get busier. Elizabeth, I am losing my dad's health insurance on March 29th and will be applying for Mass Health. Masters, yeah. Let's see. Lori, Hubby is doing better. Still has some pain, but it's manageable. Moving around more each day. Nice. And Max, I got it right. Yes. It's been a while since I was in school. Okay, guys, we're going to do this one's our fun one. To be read. What do you plan to read in March? Fiction and nonfiction. Okay, 2-minute timer and go. Okay, so do you guys have anything interesting or fun on your list? I am. I put Onyx Storm on. I'm more than halfway through it. I don't know. I may have to change that one because at the rate I'm reading this book, it's not going to be with me in March because I'm going to have read it in entirety. So I'm going to have to rethink that one, I think, and put something else down there because this book is too delicious not to read this quickly. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Elizabeth, I plan to read my textbooks for school, and I also want to find one fun book to read. Now that you mention it, yes. Let's see. Lysanda, I plan to read By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. I'm curious. I want to know more. And White Butterfly by Walter Mosley. Ooh, nice choices. John, do not have a read list yet, typically driven by, in part by Bader and Arc reads for authors I know. Oh, interesting. That's actually good too. Lysanda and a few ebooks too, yeah. Lori, let's see, I'll be reading our book club choice, which hasn't been decided yet. Well, and then literally in there, you could just put book club choice and you're good to go, right? Finish reading a book written by an author friend. Nice. Rita, I'm reading a Hardy's Way Urban Paranormal. I almost finished book 2. Nice. Very nice, guys. I think it's important that we get our reading in. That's part of our self-care, and it's part of taking care of ourselves, right? Let's see. So this is the standard. This is what we have in any planning system. But this is what you have scheduled. What commitments have you made in March? Birthdays, events, appointments. What's on that calendar, guys? Let's see. Tanya, The Tools by Phil Stutz. I don't know. I know I'm butchering that. And Barry Michaels, The Gifts of Imperfection by Breen Brown, and The Writer's Guide to Beginnings. Is that an oldie or is that a new one? I don't think I know that one. Very cool. Okay, guys, so let's take a couple minutes for this. Generally speaking, I just use my Google Calendar and I see what I have written down there. Just most long-term things will end up in that calendar. Sometimes when I'm not making the smartest choices, I will write them directly into my paper planner. So sometimes I will also go with that, see if I've added anything there. And, ooh, I should be making a reading list. All right, guys, I will get you started, and I'm going to take note of a few names so that I can go looking for some new books to read after we're done and begin. Let's see. The other one I should note that I am reading is gifted to me by my daughter for Christmas. And it's the Game Master's Handbook of Proactive Role Playing. And I'm using it sort of part D&D, but also because it is kind of helpful for just generating story ideas and stuff. So I'm enjoying that. Okay, guys, our next part. Okay, let's see. Lasanda, I was thinking about rereading Atomic Habits. Let's see, I have family plans for spring break. Well, that's very cool. Oh, thank you, Tanya. The Writer's Guide to Beginnings by Paula Minier, 2016 publication. So new-ish, sort of. Fredo, come, Papa. My daughter's out. My husband's out. My poor puppers is not used to being solo. Let's see. So we're going to dive on into the next part. Now for this one, if you're doing digital, this is just a thought. Before you go slashing out the dates that you're not going to be working in March and April, I went and grabbed a little graphic. Let's see if this thing will play nice. Let me do that. Oops, you're not going to like that, are you? A little graphic that was transparent. I'm going to see if I can do something a little cleaner looking than that. But that way I could just slash right on top and I don't have to rewrite the dates or anything like that when I muck that up because digital, right? Let's see. I don't have any set plans for March yet. Schedule. Okay. So this one's real easy. We're just going to simply go through the two calendars and slash out any days that we're going to be working. And you know what? If plans change and they open up, that's just bonus writing time, guys. And go. Okay. So for mine, it was fairly sparse. Doctor's appointment on the 18th of March for my daughter. And April was basically the 20th for Easter celebrating. Other than that, it's really, really quite open. We have our double down day coming up on March 1st. And then the one for April should be April 5th. And we should have another virtual writing retreat coming up in April. I do believe it will be 18th, 19th, and 20th, if you guys want to get that noted down so you can start planning for those and take advantage of all that extra writing time. Let's see. Lori, right now I'm not working, but I'm looking for part-time work, so I'm not sure when I'll be working, if at all. And that's perfectly fine. And then you just, you can have plan A if you're not, and plan B if you end up having to give up, 4 hours or 6 hours or whatever that day, and then adjust, right? Asana, no weekends for March and April. Nice. Rita, don't forget Canada US time change for the Sunday, March 9th. Correct? Yes, we have daylight savings coming up. Let's see. John, no travel days for March. And let's see. Oh, okay. Not a problem. Okay, guys, we're going to continue into page 2. And you'll see that there have been quite a few changes here. Things have been moved around. Lori, I am planning on taking Sundays off from writing and have me days. Oh, I love it. Capitals, me. We all need some me time, some relaxation, and some joy, right? Okay, so we're going to start off with our first, we have 3 goals, goal 1, 2, and 3. So on page 2 and 3. And then the next, if I jump over to, where did I put it here? And then page 3 has health as our 4th goal. So let's just do this here. So the first spot is all about the what. What are your objectives? What systems what do you want to implement? What do you hope to achieve this month in goal number 1? And for this one, just go quick and easy, and you're going to write out just bullet points, what it is that you want to see done. You may overshoot, and that's okay, because this is a planning system. We get it out of our heads so that we can actually objectively look at it and to ask whether or not we can actually do that in that time. All right, guys, so try to focus on one. If the ideas come to you for the other 2, you can write them down, but in the 2-minute timer, we're most likely only going to be able to work on 1 or 2 goals max. And that is okay. That's why it's a system, because then we can rinse and repeat for the others. And begin. Okay. For mine, it was finish the book. I may be pushing myself a little too hard here because I have a feeling this is going to be a beefier story, and I don't think it's going to be in the 70K zone, probably more like a 90. So I understand that that is kind of like the top ultimate style goal if I get it done in the month. If not, if I need to go that extra 20K, it's going to take me the next, 2 weeks after that into April. I'm okay with that. I am fine with that. I need to also do a little more research in terms of find a few more strategies around character motivation, because I'm finding I thought I had that under control. But the other aspects of character are perfectly fine. I think when it comes to motivations, they're coming off a bit weak, and that is affecting the other elements of the story, and I got to work on that. And I also need to buy, because I'm getting frustrated with characters, I need to buy a good baby naming book, I think, that just has what's online is kind of, I don't know, not loving. And I want something that would have a large variety, and don't know if I need meanings, but I like just a large variety of interesting names that is like one source that I can just literally dive into and not find it so frustrating because the online ones are disappointing. Let's see, Lori, I have my major goal number 1 to finish draft 1 of my current work in progress. Goal 2 is to continue posting to social media and daily connection with readers. Nice. Elizabeth, my goal is to gain momentum back after new shiny education feeling it's gone. Yes. Okay, guys. So the next part we're going to do is literally just taking an inventory of where we're at. This is the now. This is our starting point. We just want to take a list of the boxes that we have managed to tick, what has worked, what hasn't, and just kind of take a quick little inventory of what we're bringing with us into March. Do we have an outline? Do we have character sheets? Do we have maybe we've already set something up with an editor and we want to make sure that that schedule is written down so we know that that piece that has been checked. And also to give ourselves a little more motivation, right? Let's see, my health goal is to start walking, drinking more water. I want to lose 5 pounds in March. Perfect. Okay, guys. So what boxes have you ticked so far on this goal? Like, what have you actually accomplished so you can stop thinking about it and know that you have it written down, right? And begin. Hmm. Hmm. Did you come up with anything interesting? I realized that I missed a couple. I also, I don't, the story, she kind of has to meet him, which is the simple fact, the truth of what actually moves the story forward. I think the way she meets him has changed from even when I wrote. I did this like yesterday and I came up with a better solution today. Trying to work through and testing the system, making sure she's working right. Let's see. Elizabeth, I still have the rest of this semester of community college, 2 years of university, a semester of student teaching, and then grad school, since Massachusetts requires K through 12 teachers to have a master's. Yes, you're like my daughter. She is doing a marketing degree with the intentions of getting into real estate. Yeah, she's got several years for, but she's enjoying the journey. So my advice to you is just enjoy the journey, please. Let's see, Tanya, my number one goal is character names and traits. Number two goal is connecting the plots. Interesting. Okay. Let's see, Elizabeth, the starting point of being a student again was achieved last year, and now that I have just realized a new piece to my procrastination, overthinking, I can find ways to combat it. I love that. Lucinda, wow. Elizabeth, I did all of the above except get my master's. We don't need it in Virginia. Okay. How long is a master's? Is that another 4 years? Let's see. Nice. I plan to teach high school students. We need more really good high school teachers. We really do. Let's see. The how. What action steps are you going to take each week to get to the results you want to achieve? What action steps? What can you do to make this happen? This is all about the journey. This is us planning out the vacation before we even take it, so that we make sure that we're seeing this this statue and this cathedral, and we're getting to eat at this restaurant, and all the things that we want to do. What do you need to put into place to make sure that happens? Obviously, if you want to see that statue, then you have to be in that city. It may be something where you have to. That one might be just something you can walk by on your way to a cafe. The cathedral, you might have to maybe get tickets for or something. You might not be able to just walk in. So on and so forth, all right? Let's see. So what is your journey going to look like, guys? So proceed. Oh, okay. Let's see. What did you come up with? Another 2 years. A master's is an extra year, I think. At least that's what it was for my daughters 13 years ago. Okay. Daughter, sorry. Some master's degree programs can be done in 1 to 1.5 years, but 2 years for the master's degree is common. It depends on the concentration for the master. Interesting. Okay. Lysanda, I'm taking a break from social media in March. It's too distracting and mentally draining. And that is, yes, definitely. And just, for our own self-care, right? You need to do what works. All right, guys. So our last one is going to be utilizing the deadline success equation to give even more power to those statements, to everything, encapsulating what we've come up with for that goal. So what is your objective? Give yourself a date in order to meet a future deadline. What is that deadline date that you are looking at that is going to that it's going to make it even stronger of a motivation? Maybe in terms of your novel, you've already got your editor booked, and you need to be able to make sure that the book is got at least one pass of self-edits done through it before you hand it off to your editor for best results, right? So, for example, I will complete the first draft of Project Love by February 28th in order to meet my first pass edits deadline of April 1st. So that would be giving yourself that full month to actually, get the editing done. I will build up to 10K steps daily by April 21st, increasing by 500 steps per day weekly. I will have to change it out to health has its own area. But for just an example, this would be an incremental increase goal in order to meet my deadline of walking 10K steps per day by the start of spring. Example, 4,000 to 4,500 to 5,000 to 5,500 and so on, building up by those 500 steps per day per week. So that way you can actually get that increased health and endurance that you're looking for. All right, guys, so so this is just basically making it more of a priority and increasing our motivation. Let's see, I will stop progressing so I can keep making progress from my career goal and graduate community college in May. I can have some fun in the summer when I'm not taking classes. True. All right, and begin, guys. There. Nice. So on my first one, I decided to potentially put an exterior motivation into play here. do a little research before I can do this, but I have to. But I think it would actually be make it more meaningful. Let's see, Lori, I will finish draft one of my work in progress by March 31st in order to start first pass edits in April. I want to start draft 2 in May. Nice. Lysanda, I will finish the first draft of Project Brothers Best Friend by April 1st in order to meet my deadline for the midsummer release. Very nice. Lori, to Lysanda, I think we're on the same timeline. I want to get my book out by the end of June, mid-July. Nice, nice. I love it, guys. Beautiful. Let's see. Now, let's talk health. Now we're on to page 3 and onto this little lower section here. So, health, the choices we make. We have 3 parts for health. We have movement, energy, and intention. So movement, that's again the physical stuff. That's your steps, your core, your going to the gym, your workout plan. For energy, that's your water, your diet, sleep. I put declutter in there because I find that when your space is chaotic, that sucks at your energy level and it messes you up, right? Intention is your journaling, your planning, your self-care, your insight. You're looking into what's working for you and what's not, and literally taking inventory of the things that you need to actually get working for you, so that you're making the right choices as you're moving forward, and making sure that you're well, right? And that you're feeling good. All throughout, you've got your physical, you've got your mental, you have your spiritual, you have the relationships. All these things kind of entangle, right? Let's see. Rita, I would love to be able to upload my book to KDP for my proof copy. Launch date, maybe June. Ooh, that would be very cool. Elizabeth, one thing I just thought of is that there is this game on my phone I enjoy, but I realize I have gotten obsessed with it and I need to take a break from this phone game. Oh, yes, it's taking too much time, right? Okay, guys, so this one again, we're going to fill out sort of the same idea. So what do you want to basically, your what? I want to increase my endurance and core strength, my overall well-being. I'm trying to also make sure that I'm putting more of the processing in. I haven't been process journaling so much as story journaling. I need to get back to a little bit of process journaling, even if I just do it a couple times a month, every second Sunday or something. So basically where you're at right now, where are you starting from? Maybe you haven't been getting any exercise in. It's common during winter because the weather is so miserable and gross, right? So maybe you're starting from a place of almost zero, right? Like you really haven't been getting much in terms of physical. You've been still eating some of the yummies that were around for Christmas and New Year's. Pardon me, sorry. Oh, I could sneeze. Oh, apologies, guys. That one snuck up on me. And yeah, just think about the things, what you've been doing, and literally just take from where you are right now. Then we're going to go into the changes that you want to make, little implements, little changes that you want to do. And then again, we're going to come down to them, creating that statement. So let's do 2 minutes. And I haven't been exercising like I want to recently due to dental pain. That can do it. Okay, guys, so I'll leave that up for ideas, and then we'll just kind of go across. We'll see how far we can get in the 2 minutes to fill across that one and go. So which type did you guys get to choose? I am somewhat bored of just getting steps, so I want to actually start doing some things that are, as the weather improves, I want to maybe, if I do steps, I want to go outside for a walk. Or go to the gym that's part of our complex, or like, I've been doing that for a long time and thoroughly bored stiff with it. It's not motivational anymore because it doesn't work for me anymore. So I'm trying to find some new things, and part of the goal is to find maybe a couple like fun little workout videos I could play from YouTube, go to the gym, go for a walk as the weather improves, and just mix it up. That's part of what I want to do. And the other part is, it's a winter thing, but yeah, get some more like just better snacks. Stop with the chips, stop with the candy. We had a lot of extra bits from Christmas and New Year's that we ended up with, and yeah, they're quick and easy to snack on, but they don't make you feel good. Not for long, right? So that's another change I want to make, is get that stuff gone. If it isn't already gone, just ditch it. Don't even have it around anymore. Let's see. Where am I here? Lasanda, I want to increase my daily steps, decrease junk food intake. That's the words. I work on my sleep schedule. I haven't been able to get more than 6 hours of sleep for the past few years. Oh, what is with that? I mean, honestly, I'm lucky if I get like a 3-hour block of sleep before I'm up, and it's so annoying. And I know partly I've hurt my shoulders, so sleep is interrupted by pain, but at the same time, more sleep, definitely more sleep. Let's see, Lori, I definitely need to exercise. I need to walk when the weather improves. If the weather is crappy, I can walk up and down the stairs several times. Ouch, my knees. Even if you just like walk around like one floor until the knees agree with you, that's where I started. Definitely need to drink more water, 4 bottles per day. I could use the bike at my daughter's. Need to not snack late at night. I've given up on that one. That's never happening. I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of March. More if possible, yes. Lasanda, I've been smoking for over 20 years and I'm ready to stop. It's one of my main goals this year. Oh, you've got this, girl. You've got this. We will cheer you on every inch of the way. You've got this. Kat, I want to get back into working out because I hate feeling slow and fat. I can't even do exercises for long anymore because I hurt and I get breathless. Little by little, build it up, right? If you're starting from 0, you're not going to get up to 10 in just one day, right? Build it up little by little, because especially if you try to go all out right from the beginning and you haven't been doing it, it hurts too bad and then you're done. You don't want to do this anymore, right? So try not to do that to yourself at all, okay? Little by little, guys, little improvements, right? Rita, I am waiting for the nice weather so I can get back outside for walks. I'm terrible with the stairs, so I can't really count those as exercise. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I have bad knees too, guys. So like I don't walk up and down the stairs because I wouldn't do it. I already know I wouldn't do it. So like I will walk around the room while I'm playing a YouTube video in my hand or something, or on the computer, something I don't have to look at, I can just listen to. And that way I'm getting some steps in, right? That kind of stuff. Let's see. John, walking outside with change of weather, better exercise and mental health, more healthy greens and diet. I don't know whether this fits here, but starting watercolor painting as a form of mindfulness. That is self-care. That is that is perfect, actually. Put something in there that you guys enjoy. And if you can combine it as well with being physical, that's even better, right? But yeah, we're taking care of our minds too, right, guys? So yeah, self-care, definitely. Lori, yes, I agree with you. Kat, I'm taking baby steps. We'll see. You've got this, son. You've got this. Lori, John, I started watercolor painting 2 weeks ago. I love it. It's so relaxing. It's been eons since I've done it, and I love it. And I just actually redid all the stuff in here so I can find it with ease again, and I can't wait to pull it out and actually just start doing that again. I also, call me crazy, I love solitaire. I've played it for years. I love it, but the problem with playing it for years is I find it now a bit boring. So I found out one that's sort of like a dungeon crawler with just a regular deck of cards. Solo play. That is going to be one of my new self-cares because it does not take long to play through, and it's strategic, and it's just absolute fun, and I'm excited. It's called Scoundrel. If you just play with a regular deck of cards, it's awesome. I love solitaire. I love any board games or card games, but you know, sometimes you can't get others to join you, so solitaire it is, right? Let's see, Kat Laurie, I'm going to try starting with yoga. Nice, Elizabeth. Dancing is a great form of exercise. So true, so true. Dancing too, I love that. Yes. Have you ever played doubles? No. Here, yeah, that's dangerous. I need to look that up. Okay, double solitaire it is. Okay. Yeah, you guys find something on this list to include that is going to completely help with your joy factor. Okay, guys, this is important. John, my wife got totally hooked on playing solitaire on her computer. Solitaire with 2 decks of cards. Oh, yes, yes. That sounds tantalizingly fun. Okay, guys, we have one more panel we have to deal with, and that is our back page. This is the plan, guys. I will make this thing prettier, I promise. Canva does have some limitations, and I think I found one, so I need to actually go through and I will make this look nicer eventually once I can figure out, but this is functional. It will work. Partly I also wanted you to be able to kind of see the divisions if you want to write in the individual and break the plan down. This way I think is actually better because you're going to write down just the actual deadline equation, so that way it's on that page and in your face, and that motivation is right there for you to read, and you don't have to flip through pages to get to it. Laurie, I think you need to add hobbies under health on your template. Hobbies, yes, yes, I agree. I agree with that. Let me put that in there, and I will make that change. I agree with that. That is definitely self-care. Okay, guys. So what can you honestly achieve in a month? Small, consistent goals equals success. Exactly with what we were just discussing here. So for the plan, we're going to work in monthly goals. What will you have done by March 31st? Can you write the first draft of your book in a month? 31 days. 10% would be a quick outline produced in less than a week. The other 90% would be writing the draft. For easy math, let's say a 90K novel. 10K would represent 10% of the project. Sorry. So if you're breaking this down, and so once we get into the weekly side of this, 20% would be that 1 week of the month, right? You're going to do the outline in week 1, and you're going to do that first 10% of the draft. So this way you can just scroll, you can, oh, come on, wakey. Sorry, went to sleep on me. The idea being that as you progress, I'm going to try to turn this thing without having too many problems. There. And then you're going to be able to just hash through the empty spot below. I didn't want you having to draw over the words that you wrote because that's going to make them harder to read. So I gave the little section there. Again, a limitation of Canva. I didn't want it to be this big. I will figure out how to make that so it's a much thinner line and easier. I'm confused. Okay, let's see. I'm going to keep consistent with flossing and teeth brushing at night. I've learned the hard way what not doing this can do to a person. I like the individual flossers. Nice, yes. You're basically looking at a progress bar, and you're going to just be putting down your main goal, which is that deadline statement that you have. And then underneath you can basically go color in as you do about 10% of each, right? So you have a nice progress bar to know that you're working through the goal. And this page can be the one that can be up in front of you. The top is going to be your deadline success statement, defining what you are working toward. And then the progress bar is in 10% increments for a full 100%. And you're going to shade in as you make progress. Is that easier? Or this is the change. So I'm not entirely sure if I've gotten it worded quite right. Okay, I get it now. Okay, yeah. So this way we can, because before I was sort of checking boxes, but then it was easy to kind of go, oh, well, I started on that, but I didn't really get far into it, but I still kind of get myself check mark. This way we know whether we're actually making progress because we'll know which parts we got, right? Okay, so health gets its own section. Oops. So for this one, I'll just, you're going to just rewrite down your deadline success statement and then start using it. So we'll just leave that one. We won't do a timer for this one. And so similar to a task block tracker towards your goal. Yeah, similar, yes, but I want each block is 10% of what we complete on our project. Right, exactly. All right, now, just to mix everything up, health gets its own bar, and that one goes weekly because I felt like this one is going to be more objective oriented, where we're trying certain things, and I want you to be able to change things if they're not working for you. So that the 5 pounds, yes, that is a marker to say that you've lost the 5 pounds, yes or no. But at the same time, how you go about it, I think, is important. And I wanted to make sure that we had our movement, energy, and intention, and had something each week for that we could work on to actually really build that one up. So for that one, you're going to create monthly goals that allow for action and flexibility, but you're going to break those down to weekly right on this form, so you don't have to. So that will already be predefined for you. You don't have to think about that when you sit down to your weekly planning. So for example, week 1 would be 50K steps, and week 2 would be 56 if you're doing incremental increase. That would just be an extra like 500 steps per, right? Let's see. So these are achievable little incremental changes, right? If you're trying to improve your sleep, you want week 1 is bed by 11:30 and up at 6:30. That's going to be 7 hours. I kept the math really simple on this one, guys. And week 2 would be bed by 11 and up at 6:30. So 6:30 is your default time that you want to be up, and it's our getting to bed time that we're changing here. If you want to, for your intentions part, for myself, I want to do some journaling and planning on Sundays, and it's been the journaling part that I have been falling short on. So I am making sure that I'm writing both down. Week 1 is going to be journal and plan Sunday the 2nd at 7 p.m. I'm giving myself a time where I can sit down. I know I'm done with my lives. I should be done with dinner, and I can sit down and do my journaling and my weekly planning. And I can, both are noted, and I'm giving myself the time to do it. Any questions? Anything you want to, anything I can clarify? That one is very similar to sort of what we had before, breaking down the bigger goal. And so our bigger goal for this, say for the walking, may be that we want to get up to those 10K steps, but we have to start somewhere. So we're going to start at, for myself, I would currently start at about 7K and work my way back up, because I was doing 10K for a while, and I don't think I have to go too far back. So let me know if there's anything I can clarify on that one. These are weekly goals for our health, and what do you want to do each week to improve your health? Increase, decrease is what we're looking at trying to do here. Okay, let's see. So finally, this page is what we're going to take with us into the month, and we can put it right in front of us at our workspace. We can keep it on our desk, whatever it's easiest for you. For me, I'd probably just put it over my Kanban board. which is currently naked, and then just go through and I could throw a sticker down for every 10% or something, because I probably don't want to be trying to color that in over my desk, but so I might just go with the sticker and keep it simple. So you want to repeat the steps until you have a full plan. You want to print page 4 of your plan when completed and refer to it daily. You want to make progress 10% at a time. Celebrate your wins. Reward yourself. Hobbies are a good way to do the rewards. Be kind to yourself. No need for perfection. Just make slow, consistent progress. And use the plan to support your weekly planning. Any questions, guys? Anything that I can offer? Does that work for you guys? I can still make modifications. This is a relatively new system, so I understand that some things maybe need clarification. So let's see here. Make sure that I have those 2 that I need to do. So I like this plan. Love it. Thank you, Lucinda. So hobbies for health. I make sure that changes. And I do realize that the I need to break down the health section a little bit more, as it is a slightly different step. Similar system, but a different step. So I'll have to figure that out. And I'm just going to put a question mark there because I know that needs some clarification. And I will clean up these progress bars so they are nicer for all of us. There. I think this will work. I love that. Okay. Yes. If anything comes to you, please comment after the video if something comes to you, because I would love to make this into a really strong system for us. I realized that one change there, I was probably a little more than I realized. So I have to make a slight tweak for that, but that's okay. I will add a slide for next time and make sure that that's a little more concrete for us. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today for both our writing sprints and for this. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I will see you guys next weekend for a Double Down Day. You can believe it, we're already starting March. This works nicely. I love that. Okay, excellent. Thank you, guys. Okay, have an amazing rest of your day, guys. I hope you get to take a nice little break. I have a little family time. See, Lori, I love how you have the explanation for each section, but can you print it out as a sort of directions for us? I know it's probably a lot of work. Let me consider that if I can make a little companion to this. I'll figure that out. You're so welcome, Lucinda. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Thank you for trying the system out again. And yeah, we're getting closer. I like this one better. And I just have to figure out the progress bar. That, like I said, that was a limitation I found from playing in Canvas. So I don't know. It's got to be a better way, but I will find the better way. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you. I will see you guys soon. I will see you next weekend for Double Down Day.